What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one, aka Big Jim. Ooh, so if you can't tell, I'm in the Halloween spirit, man. I got a little bandana, Uso t-shirt. In the Halloween spirit, man. We had AEW Dynamite, which was the Fright Night episode. Ooh, on the eve of Halloween. You know, Halloween's tomorrow night. So if you're doing the trick-or-treating thing with yourself, your kids, whoever, be careful out there, but have fun. And like I said, I'm back at you with your AEW Dynamite review. And I gotta say, this episode of Dynamite was fun. I enjoyed this way more than I did last week's episode. It was way better episode. A whole lot happened, a whole lot to talk about. I'm not even gonna waste any more time, man. And it kicked off what was supposed to be, the typical Blackpool Combat Club, video package. It was interrupted by Orange Cassidy. He's out. He's not even coming out to his music, man. He's like, just cut the crap. He means business. He's being serious. He's talking about how he didn't want to be the leader. He didn't want to be the locker room leader. He warned the guys in the back that this would happen. And they kept telling him, man, we need you, Orange, we need you. And he didn't want to step up until it came to his front door, until it came to his best friend, Chuck Taylor, getting attacked by the Blackpool Combat Club. Orange Cassidy had no other choice than to, step up. So now he laid out the challenge to Jon Moxley, and the match was made official at Full Gear for the AEW Championship. It's going to be Jon Moxley taking on Orange Cassidy. Speaking of Jon Moxley, the Blackpool Combat Club, they show up. They come out and they accept Orange Cassidy's challenge, and Jon Moxley is saying that, look, man, it's going down whenever, wherever. And like I said, the match was made official for Full Gear. So, Jon Moxley was like, listen, we try to remove the distractions that is Chuck Taylor, but, you still need a little bit more teaching. You still need a little bit more learning. So it looked like the Blackpool Combat Club was about to turn on Wheeler Yuta, who used to be affiliated with Best Friends, who was trained by Chuck Taylor. So it looked like they were about to take him out just to get to Orange Cassidy. But it was all a ruse. It was all, shenanigans and whatnot. It was just a way to get Orange Cassidy out there. And the Blackpool Combat Club ended up putting the beat down on him. The AEW locker room comes out. We got the Dark Order, Top Flights out there, Private Parties out there, Daniel Garcia's out there. Ooh, I can't breathe. They're all out there to stop the Blackpool Combat Club. You even had Darby Allin pull up out of nowhere. This dude pulled up from the rafters. He descended like he was Sting with his pink jacket. So he's out there throwing hands. He went through the table before the table was supposed to break. So that was pretty funny. So they're all fighting to the back. And this really just went into the tag team title match between the Young Bucks and Private Party. And I was praying that this moment would happen. I was a little nervous. They had me nervous a couple times, so I was thinking, man, maybe Private Party might not do it. And that would be booking malpractice in my opinion, because the way they built up Private Party these past few weeks, the way, they said that if Private Party lose, they'll break up. You even had shenanigans throughout the match. You had the Mark Quinn accidentally hitting Isaiah Cassidy with the ring bell, busting him open. There was shenanigans. Okada came out of nowhere, hit on Mark Quinn with a tombstone pile driver, and the referee didn't see it. Rick Knox is the worst referee in wrestling. I'm sorry, because there is no way you could not have seen that, but it is what it is, man. So I'm getting kind of nervous. I'm getting nervous for Private Party. I'm like, dang. New York has been taking a lot of losses lately. I don't need Private Party being another casualty of this New York curse that's going on. But they were able to overcome the odds. Private Party are your new AEW Tag Team Champions. Whew, I was so happy. I couldn't believe my eyes, man. I was running around, I was cheering, I was pumping my fists because they did it. 5 years in AEW and they're finally the Tag Team Champions. I couldn't believe my eyes, man. I'm so happy for Private Party. You even had the Elite, showing a little bit of respect and love to Private Party, handed them the tag team titles, gave them a pat on the back, took off. Speaking of the Elite taking off, man, you see a backstage segment where there's what's the interviewer's name? Marvez. He's trying to get a word with the EVPs. He runs into Jack Perry. Jack Perry's trying to find the Young Bucks. Daniel Garcia runs into Jack Perry and says, "You're next, Oos. You're next." So, they have a little face-to-face. And then Jack Perry pulls up in the locker room, and you see the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler, they're shredding documents. They're throwing stuff away. It looks like the feds are after them. And another thing I forgot to mention from the match was the fact that you had one of the Young Bucks hit the V-trigger and the one-wing angel on Isaiah Cassidy. So they're pretty much throwing it in your face that Kenny Omega is coming back a whole lot sooner than later. And then even later in the show, you see the Young Bucks leaving. They're hopping in their car. Christopher Daniels is like, what are you guys doing? The Young Bucks are like, yo, we're getting out of here. The Blackpool Combat Club is going crazy. It's crazy around here. The block is hot. We're out. So they take off. They leave Brandon Cutler behind. Brandon Cutler's like, wait for me, guys. Wait for me. You forgot your shoes. And as he turns around, he runs into the Blackpool Combat Club. And it's over for him. Rest in peace, Brandon Cutler. It's over, man. Rest in peace to his beard, his shoes, the cold spray, all that. It's all in the sky. It's over for you. Done. You're done now. So he's pretty much dead. Yeah, the BCC pretty much run AEW now. And a lot of people are calling this. They're saying that Kenny is gonna come back, speak some reason into him, get some common sense into him, and the EVPs along with Kenny are gonna save the day. I don't know how to feel about that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But as for the rest of the show, man, it kicked off with Adam Cole taking on Buddy Matthews. And I'm surprised nobody started an NXT chant. I was chanting NXT from my crib. Nobody chanted with me. It's all good. But this was a good match. It did try to remind me of NXT, especially once it got past the second half of the match, because Buddy Matthews was working over the ankle of Adam Cole. It looked like the doctor was going to take him out, take him to the back, call off the match. But, Buddy Matthews called Adam Cole a bitch. So, yeah, that means it's super serious now. So then you get to the second half of the match where you get to the more NXT style, where everyone's kicking out of each other's finishing moves. There's super kicks and a lot of no-sell. The black and gold type of NXT. And I'm not complaining about it. That's how it felt to me. Adam Cole ended up getting the win. So he ends up shaking on Buddy Matthews' hand after the match. And he tells Buddy thank you for reminding him who he is, reminding Adam Cole who he is. And as the match was happening, you had MJF and Kyle O'Reilly watching, so that's something to look out for. But like I said, Adam Cole shakes Buddy Matthews' hand after the match, but then the lights go out and they cut back on, and you see Malachi Black face to face with Adam Cole. And the match was made official. It's going to be Adam Cole, Malachi Black. And if you didn't know, next week is NXT is going to be on Wednesday because of the election that's happening. So they're going to be on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. So it looks like AEW trying to out NXT, which to me is kind of funny. I found that funny. I don't know if anybody else noticed this. I did, and it's funny. So yeah. You even had Adam Cole calling out MJF, saying that he's coming for him, and when he gets his hands on him, it's curtains for him. So then we had a segment with Kyle Fletcher calling out Will Ospreay. He's like, where you at, Will? Where you at? But Mark Davis, the former tag team partner of Kyle Fletcher and former member of the United Empire, he comes out and he's like, look, man, Will's not even here. He's still in the hospital because of what you did, Kyle. You and your big, stupid, bald head. And Kyle's like, look, man, there's always going to be room for you with the Don Callis family. So they're teasing something going on with Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, whether they're gonna wrestle each other or Mark Davis joins. I don't know. I don't know what Mark Davis's health status is because he's been out with injury. So just another little wrinkle to the story, but yeah. Speaking of stories, we have story time with Hangman Adam Page, and he's talking about his upcoming match at Full Gear against Jay White. He's saying that Jay White, he's not ready for this. That there's no such thing as redemption for guys like Adam Page and Jay White. And you don't know what Hangman's gonna do, whether he's gonna hurt the Bang Bang Gang or burn down Jay White's house. You never know, because it's Hangman and he's crazy. So there's that. So up to this point, I'm really enjoying Dynamite. You have a lot of good stuff going on, but then you come across the learning tree, and I'm like, Why the learning tree? And basically what's going to happen next week is going to be the learning tree taking on the conglomeration in a fight without honor match. So cool, I guess, whatever. But then we have a segment was with Penelope Ford and Jamie Hayter, and Penelope Ford was like, "You all forgot where I was. You forgot all about me." And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of easy to do that when we haven't seen you for 2 years, so it's very easy to forget about you. So they're gonna have a match, I think, next week on Dynamite. So yeah. Speaking of upcoming matches, we have a match coming up between Anna Jay and Mariah May on Collision for the AEW Women's Championship. So, you know, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's the wave. That's cool. And more women's action. We have Chris Statlander taking on Camille. And earlier in the night, you had Mercedes Moné saying that Camille needs to take out Chris Statlander because she's big and strong, just like Chris. But Chris is bigger and stronger. And she ended up beating Camille. Mercedes was not happy about this at all. She told Camille to wait in the back as she beat up Chris Statlander. So I'm assuming that they're going to wrestle at Full Gear. And that should be a pretty fun match. Yeah, the backstage segment with Christian. I don't know what this is all about. He calls out Hook. And they're going to talk next week. So yeah. So now we get to the thing I've been wanting to talk about. And that is the main event match, the main event segment between Shelton Benjamin and whose house? Swerve's house. Now, this was a match they've been hyping up the entire show. They had a tail of the tape, they had a video package just to prepare you for the awesomeness of this match. And I gotta say, this match really did deliver because Shelton Benjamin looked really strong, especially after the past couple weeks where he wrestled Sammy Guevara and Lio Rush, and he's throwing them around like nothing. So you're thinking it's not going to be the same against Swerve because Swerve is bigger than Lio Rush and Sammy. And I was wrong. I was so wrong because Shelton was throwing around Swerve like he's nothing, like he's like he's the size of Sammy Guevara and Lio Rush. And I'm like, yo, that is crazy. But Swerve is no slouch. He's a former AEW champion, so he's doing his thing too. But Shelton Benjamin is a beast, and I absolutely enjoy the way that they've been building up Shelton Benjamin these past few weeks, making him seem like a very credible, competitor, which he is because it's Shelton Benjamin. So yeah, but ultimately Swerve ended up getting the win. He won with the Swerve Stomp. We haven't seen Swerve do that move in a long time, so it's cool to see the old Swerve Stomp come out every once in a while. And then after the match, this made me laugh because after the match you see MVP pull out his phone. He's talking to somebody. We all know who it is, but he's on the phone and he's pretty much saying that, yo, it's time. So the lights go out and somebody says, is it the House of Black? Technically it is. But the lights come back on, and Bobby Lashley is here. He's officially in AEW. He's officially All Elite. He's officially made his debut. The Hurt Business is once again back. They're running things. Bobby comes out. Him and Shelton put the beat down on Swerve. MVP's beating up Prince Nana. Shelton Benjamin's big booting everybody. Bobby Lashley has Swerve in the Hurt Lock. MVP's talking trash. And he gets on the mic and says, business is back. No, he says we're back in business. My bad. So yeah, the Hurt Business is here. The Hurt Syndicate is on and popping. Bobby Lashley is here. Whew. And I'm like, yo, AEW. Attendance, ratings, I don't care about none of that. This show was fun. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it way better than I did in last week's show. I can't breathe. I did that whole review with a bandana around my face and I can't breathe. So with that being said, guys, what did you think of this week's episode of AEW Dynamite Fright Night? Did you enjoy? Are you excited to see Bobby Lashley in AEW? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care, bees. I'm out. Deuces.